Golden State Warriors are at a critical crossroads. Jonathan Kuminga, a young forward with immense potential, has struggled to find his place on the team. At the same time, the acquisition of veteran superstar Jimmy Butler has altered the team's dynamics and reshaped priorities. Fans, analysts, and the media are debating the causes, responsibilities, and future of this saga. This analysis will take you through every angle: Kuminga's journey, Butler's impact, contract negotiations, player development, team strategy, historical comparisons, and projections for the future. By the end, the picture of why Kuminga's fate is tied to Butler's presence will be clear. Jonathan Kuminga, the rise of a young talent. Jonathan Kuminga was drafted at 18 after playing 13 games with the G League Ignite. From the start, he was known for elite athleticism, speed, vertical leap, and wingspan that made scouts dream of a future star. His potential was undeniable, but raw talents need guidance. The Warriors, aiming to mold him into a cornerstone player, invested in coaching and development. Kuminga's early years involved adjusting to NBA speed, physicality, and mental demands. Analysts noted inconsistencies, highlighting that potential does not always equal immediate results. The decision to draft him came from former GM Bob Myers and front office advisors who saw Kuminga as a versatile forward who could defend multiple positions and contribute offensively. CEO Joe Lacob publicly backed Kuminga, stressing patience and structured development. Expectations, however, were high. Comparisons to Paul George, who grew in a veteran team environment, set a challenging benchmark. Unlike George, Kuminga faced a Warriors roster in transition, making his path steeper. Steve Kerr's system emphasizes ball movement, spacing, and versatility. Integrating a young, raw player like Kuminga requires careful planning. The Warriors hired top player development staff, including Jama Malalila from Toronto and Dejan Milojevic from Serbia. These coaches focused on turning Kuminga's elite physical traits into practical skills: shooting mechanics, defensive positioning, decision-making, and basketball IQ. Despite these efforts, Kuminga struggled to consistently apply his training during games. The team's system, successful with veterans like Curry, Green, and Thompson, made it challenging for Kuminga to find consistent minutes. In comparison, Paul George in Indiana had a structured bench role, gradually increasing responsibilities. Kuminga, by contrast, faced shifting rotations, coaching changes, and a team chasing immediate success. Kuminga's contract negotiations have been central to this saga. He rejected multiple offers, fueling media speculation. CEO Joe Lacob maintained public support, while GM Mike Dunleavy remained patient, avoiding hasty trades. Analysts debated responsibility, front office decisions, coaching guidance, and Kuminga's own choices. The restricted free agency system complicated matters, allowing the Warriors to control offers but also testing Kuminga's patience. The public blame game intensified, with fans questioning why a promising young talent might leave. Social media amplified critiques, making the situation tense for all involved. Jimmy Butler's arrival. On February 6, 2025, Jimmy Butler was acquired in a trade from the Miami Heat. This move immediately shifted team dynamics. Before Butler, the Warriors were 25-26, struggling to maintain playoff relevance. After his arrival, they won 14 of 16 games. Butler's veteran leadership, scoring, and defensive presence provided immediate results. Kuminga, meanwhile, was sidelined with a right ankle sprain, making it impossible for him to claim a starting spot. Butler became the central figure in rotations, further limiting opportunities for the young forward. Tactical fit and on-court analysis. Kuminga's potential starting role was blocked by established veterans. Lineups including Kuminga, Green, and Butler created spacing issues, affecting Curry's offensive flow. Coaches analyzed rotation patterns, using advanced metrics to balance offense and defense. Kuminga's plus or minus ratings, shooting efficiency, and defensive assignments highlighted both strengths and gaps. Butler's immediate impact made it clear the team prioritized short-term success, further complicating Kuminga's integration. Historical comparisons. Analysts compared Kuminga to Paul George, highlighting different paths. George had structured bench time, veteran mentorship, and a gradual increase in responsibility. Kuminga, entering a championship-contending Warriors team, faced a steeper learning curve. Other NBA examples illustrate how young talents need supportive environments to grow. The Warriors' immediate championship window added pressure, leaving less room for raw development. Locker room chemistry is crucial. Brandon Podziemski and other teammates observed the tension between Kuminga's aspirations and the team's veteran leadership. The challenge was balancing development with the need to win immediately. Kuminga's personality and approach, combined with Butler's established leadership, created friction. While not overt conflict, subtle tensions impacted rotations, training, and mentoring opportunities. Injuries and timing. Kuminga's ankle sprain coincided with Butler's arrival, reducing his ability to compete for minutes. Timing of injuries, especially for young players, can alter career trajectories. In contrast, Butler remained healthy and integrated seamlessly, reinforcing the team's reliance on GM Mike Dunleavy opted for patience, avoiding rushed trades. CEO Joe Lacob emphasized long-term vision, balancing youth development and championship goals. Former GM Bob Myers' draft decisions came under scrutiny, though his choice of Kuminga reflected confidence in potential. Future projections. Kuminga's departure seems likely within 12 months. Potential trades, free agency moves, or restructured contracts are under discussion. Butler remains the immediate cornerstone. The Warriors' window to compete is now tied to veteran performance, while development prospects like Kuminga may flourish elsewhere. Jonathan Kuminga's journey reflects the challenges of integrating raw talent into a championship-focused team. Jimmy Butler's arrival accelerated success but reduced opportunities for the young forward. All parties, player, coaching staff, front office, share responsibility. In the end, Kuminga's time with the Warriors may be limited, while Butler's presence secures the team's current competitive edge. This saga highlights the delicate balance between player development and immediate success in the NBA. Imagine this for a second. What if LeBron James, the most iconic player of this generation, teamed up with Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter the NBA has ever seen, in a Golden State Warriors jersey? That question alone has been shaking conversations in the NBA world over the past weeks. Fans are debating endlessly, analysts are running through scenarios, and the idea of two legends joining forces is fueling one of the biggest trade rumors in recent history. But behind the excitement lies a reality that is far more complicated than it looks, and today, we're going to dive deep into the full story, the context, the challenges, and the possibilities. LeBron James has been the face of the Lakers since 2018, winning a championship in the bubble and keeping the purple and gold relevant every season. But as he moves into his 40s, the pressure to maximize his final years has grown bigger. On the other side, the Golden State Warriors are facing their own reality. Stephen Curry is still elite, still a top 10 player, but he is also aging. The dynasty that dominated the 2010s is no longer the unstoppable force it once was, and management is under pressure to give Curry one last chance at another title. That is where this idea of LeBron joining the Warriors started to spread. The thought of Curry and LeBron playing together is not just fascinating, it's historic. Imagine the playmaking, the shooting, the spacing. Defenses would collapse trying to handle that duo. Social media went crazy as soon as reports hinted at even the smallest possibility. But here's the problem. The Los Angeles Lakers have no interest in letting LeBron go. For the Lakers, LeBron is not just a player. He is a brand, a superstar who fills arenas, boosts merchandise sales, attracts sponsors, and has a say in almost every roster decision. Trading LeBron would not just be about losing a player, it would mean